here, who's the joint MD of the Master Group. For those of you who may probably be unaware, his father, Mr. Percy Master, who's the chairman and managing director of the group, is also the founder of the group. And the Master Group is one of the oldest and the most reputed organizations in the maritime industry. So, Xerxes, thanks very much for taking your time off for coming across on board. And with this, I shall leave the floor open to you and your team. Thank you so much. And sorry again for getting delayed and while joining in due to login issues.
Thank you, Sunil, very much for the kind introduction, and thank you for giving us an opportunity to showcase our product to CSLA today. A very good afternoon to everyone. I sincerely hope that everyone is safe and keeping good health in these very challenging times. Also, today's rains have really created havoc, so I hope everyone is safely tucked away in their homes. And thank you for sparing the time to see our portal on SCMTR. So as you know that Master Marine has been in the forefront for the last 38 years dealing in the documentation processes of all major container lines in India. And recently, a year back, we launched our portal MMD3 or Master Marine Digitech 3, which is a single platform for shipping lines, CHAs, freight forwarders, NVOCCs, and weighbridge operators to carry out their export processes, including EVGM, Form 6, Form 13, e-shipping bill, and even preparation of EGM as per ISCAIT guidelines. And we are fully SCMT compliant as well. So with this brief introduction on the portal and what it stands for and what it's going to showcase, I give the floor to my colleague Abhishek to run you through the technical aspects of the same, after which we can have a Q&A session on any questions that you may have. I would request you all to kindly mute yourselves, and if for better bandwidth, even to switch off your videos. Abhishek, over to you, please. Abhishek, just unmute yourself, please. Abhishek, you'll have to unmute yourself. There's some Yeah, Abhishek, go ahead. Can you hear us?
Yeah.
Yeah, please maximize your screen again. Yeah, go ahead now and minimize the thing and go ahead, please.
Yes. Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and thanks for your time sharing with us and viewing this presentation. As Zakshi sir has said, we have launched this application an year ago, and through the time we have tried to enhance this one with all the facilities which is related to our trade and fraternity. To give support to different stakeholders, whereas for freight forwarders, CBs, consolidator, as well for the shipping lines. So we will discuss with the Sea Cargo Manifest and Transshipment Regulation Service what we have on our portal, and this is the vision or our application to keep a single platform solution for the entire shipping and logistic fraternity to give a different kind of services with different kind of electronic data interfaces. As you know that Master Marine has have a very wide network across the country, and we're almost having 150 highly trained skilled individuals looking after the entire container operation, and we have almost presence of all the areas, all the shipping, all the seaports as well as all the dry ports. So it's a very way to give the support for MMD3 at any point of location at any point of time. Now, who are the stakeholders for this SCMT are part that there are different trade operators like whether it is a shipping line, whether it is a forwarders, NVOCCs, consolidators, IC wholesale, or the transporters, or the custodian of custodian in the terms of inland container depots or the container freight stations, and also the port terminals. So the entire thing made this SCMTR product compiled. Now, in this particular project, there are a specific name has been assigned to as per the role. When we say with SCMTR, it's a ASA ASC, which is pertaining to the shipping liner and who holds the carrier details, and will be the responsible key option for filing of arrival manifest and departure manifest, as well as they are the responsible for filing amendments for arrival and departure, and also the departure notification, which we call as SDN, and the ACI C entry inverse. Now, for others, they are also like forwarders, NVOCC, we called up as ANCs, authorized other notified carriers, who are responsible to file up their cargo summary notifications, which is also again the AC and ASA are also responsible of. IC holders will play a vital role for seal submission, and also they play a major role for creating and submitting of e-shipping bill, which is a new thing which has been implemented across the country. Which will also give a very vital role when we update all the cargo related details for the other sections. Now, rail operators, coastal vessel operators, they are the carriers, and they will providing some kind of arrival manifest and departure manifest. Custodians, they are responsible for all kind of stuffing and stripping part. The port operator, the port terminals, they will be assigning us the rotation numbers with the connection of customs, and the major role starts with the rotation number when the VCN gets applied and the rotation number gets generated, or the manifest, the sea arrival manifest, the sea departure manifest, everything gets connected with that particular rotation. So all these stakeholders come to a very important picture, and this is why the customs, they want to trace and track their end-to-end shipment basis. So what is SCMTR? SCMTR, it was introduced in 2018, and thereafter a lot of occasions they tried to implement, but somehow as others, the date had got postponed, and now finally we have a date of 1st October 2020, and within that time they want to introduce, and hopefully it will be not implemented 100%, but it will run with the parallel licensing system for a quarter, or maybe what we can anticipate, it may get further delayed also. Depends on all the registration process gets over through all the ANCs and all. Now the customs, why this SCMTR is being created, because it is simple for them to track the shipment from end-to-end basis, as I said, because that is the reason they created, involved all these stakeholders for this entire project. Now, this is the module which has been, followed from the European facilities. So this is the same thing has been implemented in India also to track their cargoes and the shipments. And this is a single master cargo identification number wise with all the port of callings it will be set. Now, how it will be set? For the import, it will be the port of destination, and for export, it will be the port of loading and acceptance. Now, this is the registration part, which is a very important, whether the customers, whether it is authorized sea carrier or the agents or the ANCs and all, they have to get themselves registered with customs with certain formalities of submission of documents and all, which has been already been listed on their portal. And also there are some bond submission, the bank guaranteed of 10 lakh rupees, which has been asked to submit to get them registered, and which is going on. I suppose there are a lot of queries related to this, which is actually created question, and that is the reason the project has been postponed for a long period now. Slowly all the registration process are happening, so it will be over. We hope that it will be get over as soon as possible, and we will be able to launch the and start the SCMTR. Now, the brief on SCMTR regulation, we have two aspects as usual. One is for import and one is for export. Now, where this import starts with the liners, or I will say in terms of SCMTR, it is the ASC or the ASA who submits the sea arrival manifest, we call as a SAM, prior to the vessel departure from the last port of call before calling to India. And thereafter, opposite direction, the export, the ASA or the AC submits the sea departure manifest prior to the departure of the port from India. So this is the basic information this customs has asked, and we have to match up this requirement and file our manifest. These are the key features and takeaways of SCMTR, that there are certain areas and what kind of details has to be filed by different stakeholders. And when we discuss about only with ASC and ASA, I will follow with that. The first option is the ASC will apply for the VCN to the port operator, and the port operator will then connect to customs and will create the rotation. So this is the starting point, and thereafter the ACAC can collect the CSN details and all. They can also collaborate the MBL details. They have to do the vessel details, which is again related to ACI and SDNs, and other details, whether it is for importer, the IEC-PAN, for exporter, it will be IEC-PAN. All these details need to be collaborated, consolidated, and need to create as per the guidelines set by customs. And also, when we say for export, the shipping bill rated, which is now will be called as a PCI details, need to consolidate and updated and collaborated. Now after that, it will be created as a departure manifest. So all these details will be required, and here the shipping bill part also plays a very vital role. With the submission of ANC or the IC, they will submit the details, which will be carried forwarded for further process of filing the SDN. Now, for import, these are the quick terms that we are going to use very shortly with what is CSN, SAM, SA, and ACI. CSN is nothing but a cargo summary notification number, which is the declaration of house information by the freight forwarder or the consulator, which we will be calling as ANC now. A SAM is Sea Arrival Manifest, will be created and submitted by the authorized sea carrier or authorized sea agents on there, because there will be the last responsible option to file up this. The sea arrival amendment, this is can be filed without the approval till filing of departure notifications. At the moment, it is with the IGM. When you do the amendment, it requires approval, but with the new project, sea arrival amendment will be done without any kind of approval. And lastly, this SEI, which is sea entry invoice, which need to be filed before the vessel enter to the Indian water coastline, and that time you have to submit your husbandry details related to vessels, crew details, vessel store details. All these details need to be corroborated and filed in customs as sea entry invoice. Now, the timeline, how the timeline has been set, the customs has already set the timeline, and there are mainly three haulage options has been given. One is short haulage, medium haulage, and last one is long haulage. Now, the time frame has been given, that is 6 to within 48 hours, depend on the distance wise. For the short haulage, for example, a vessel is coming from Karachi to Mundra, so within 6 hours, the SAM has to be submitted on the portal. For medium haulage, say for example any vessel coming from Gulf region, that need to be filed within 48 hours, or for the longer haulage, within 96 hours or so, the file need to be created and submitted. So you can see the as I said, the arrival manifest need to be created before the vessel depart from the last foreign port, and that time all the details need to be collected, prepared, and submitted. Now this is the process flow to give a quick understanding how it works. As I said, before departure from the last port of call and filing of arrival manifest. Before that, the rotation number will be generated from the custom system when you submit your VCN to the terminal, and terminal they will communicate with customs, and the rotation number will be generated. And thereafter, before the departure from the last port of call, your arrival manifest need to be filed. So once this arrival manifest to be filed, the amendments, if required, that can be also be done without approval and within a speculative time. And after that, all the master bill of lading details need to be collected and submitted, and it will get a MCI number. The MCI number need to be kept forward for further process of sea departure manifest or in the export cycle. So we have covered the import one. Now we will be moving forward with the export. Now export, there are, the flow of documents which will be required, and we are going to file this again. It is a CSN, the cargo summary notification, which will be created on the basis of the shipping bill details of the house BL by the ANC, and it can be also, generated for the state BLs also, for the direct master BLs. The SDM need to be created, the sea departure manifest, and with collaboration of CSN and all the master details. SDA, again the amendment which can be filed up prior approval for the particular time. And lastly, after departure of the vessel, the SD and the sea departure notification related to again the vessel husbandry part need to be submitted to IceGate. So these are the messages which are required to populate and generate and submitted to the IceGate for filing up your export manifestation. And this is the flow chart that we have tried to make you understand how the data will flow from one to another. The ANCIC will update the Leo details on the IceGate to get this PCI number. Now customs is saying PCI number means for one shipping bill goes for one PCI number. So that is the reason we have given this name as PCI. Now the ANC will consolidate the PCN and apply for CSN. So once they apply, they will give a unique number, and that number to be carried forwarded to the concerned authorized sea carrier or authorized sea agent. So they will collaborate and consolidate this entire record of the CSN which comes up from the ANC, and also they will work on with the master details whatever they have. They will consolidate it and they will create the sea departure manifest, and it will submit it to the IceGate portal. And again, if any amendment is required, that time the amendment can be done, and you will get the acknowledgement also in every message. Whenever you say, you will get the acknowledgement. And once the acknowledgement is done, you can also get the entire details. So before or immediately after departure of the port call, amendment details can be filed. So this is the entire process for sea departure manifest, how the data will flow, how the data will start generating from the source level, and it will come to you, and you can also thereafter consolidate and submit the details. Now, how the ANC here, the customers of yours who holds this house bill can generate the CSN. Either the ANC can submit the details to you, and on their behalf you can update the CSN. If they have this, doesn't have the facility to create the CSN, then they can forward it to you, or else they can use our portal, MMD3 portal, and the same platform will allow them to, update all the details, whatever required to prepare the JSON in a prescribed format, and the same thing can be, updated later on to IceGate with the digital signature and all. Now, this is the process that whatever we discuss, how the freight forwarders, the consolidators, the CPs, they have their HBLs, they collect their HBLs, and they file up with CSN and submit to the liner, and the master BL documents can be linked with that CSN basically. So this is the submission process, that how the ANC or the liner mainly can submit the cargo summary notification details. They will have their user credential for which they will log into our MMT3 portal. They will enter the details of each HBL details. Now they have their in-house system which are basically being integrated with our portal. So they have a facility that a single entry point, they can update their system, and same time the data can be also integrated with the MMD3 server. So they can actually save time and all to update the portal and the details whatever required, and they can generate the CSN file as per the prescribed format, and submit the CSN with their digital signature, and later on customs will give us the the CSN number on an authorized email ID, and the same CSN number can be uploaded on the portal, and we have the facility, if any of the existing line who are in touch with MMD3 can get their CSN number on the portal itself to avoid any kind of mailing communication. So it will help the entire thing within the system also to go around with the information. Now the advantage what the AC and ASA will give, the MMD can consolidate all the cargo summary notification shared by the freight forwarder or the consolidator, which we are calling as ANCs. So they can have all the details in their hand. The control will be there within for all the CSN, and they can also map their vessel related information and the share the NC prepared their JSON and can consolidate and can prepare the final output as departure manifest or the arrival manifest, and they can upload it on customs portal. These are the premium features that we are offering to the trade, that once you not only with SCMTR but auto-populated eBGM, which is again DG certified, e-pre-advices, whether it is for road or rail, e-delivery orders, e-shipping bills, forwarding note, which is a very unique features that we have launched for dry ports, mainly for the North India. And we have some pre-validation to avoid any kind of errors in the system, which is again linked with our backend system CTS. So everything have validation to avoid any kind of error related to the data capturing or anything. This will, as we said, we have integration with the major logistics software partners in the country, and that helps to reduce duplication of data production. So any of the customer or the freight forwarders or consolidators or the custom brokers, they update their in-house system, the data automatically get integrated with different kind of APIs within the technology time frame, and it gets updated on the portal, and the same data can be shared in a different manner with different thing. And we have this digital signature provision, which again the digital signature will be required for submission of the JSONs to IceGate. So those facilities are also available. And also, as I said, when you update the CSN or the other details MCN on the portal, it will reduce the multiple email exchange that we are having every day basis. If somebody shares some number on email, some email doesn't come. So all these things can be avoided. So now I have completed the entire session, whatever is required on text. Now I will show you the glimpses of how the application looks like, how the voyage and the vessels can be created, which is a very important part for SDNC departure notification and ACI C entry inwards. So you can create your vessel and voyage. It is how it is look like. We have the fields, and there are different tabs. Even it has been given, where you can also update your details for the husbandry. If I go to the next picture, you can see we have the master for vessel, we have master for voyage, and also the husbandry part, where the vessel details, store details, crew details, everything can be updated, which will be required to file up your ACI and SDN. So this is the vessel part, and this is the master consignment details, which is again linked with submission of house bills and master bills. So they can update, the customer can update, or it can be integrated either way, or it can be downloaded. So we have multiple options for uploading data into the portal. So it will reduce the work, as I said. And there are different kind of tabs that's been given, and all these fields are being designed as per the customs, as per the SCMTR guideline. So if you can see, this is the first page. The second page goes for cargo related details. Now here, if any of the customer or the party are already integrated or joined with MMD3, they can directly push their cargo related details, that is the PCN details or the shipping bill details into it, and it get integrated. The data can be saved automatically. So all these facilities are there, and thereafter these itinerary options are also being given, where you can declare your first 3 itinerary and next 3 itineraries of the cargo. After that, once all these fields are filled up, you can directly go to this IceGate option. You can select your reporting part. When if you want to do the CSN, you can click the CSN. You will get all the details related to your house bills or MBLs. You can validate your record. We have an in-house validation system, and later on you can generate the JSON file. And once this JSON file created, the same goes to the IceGate, and IceGate will throw back a CSN number, unique JSON number, which can be again submitted. You can see this button we have given, submit to shipping line. You can click that button and the number can be updated over there. So this is how you can validate and create your JSON. You can see the guideline has been followed strictly with the name and all. So the JSON file will come up like this, and it can be saved on your desktop as well. For creation of SAM and other details like export, you can see we have 3 facilities already given. Which one you want? SDM, SDA, and SDN. So you can select your details. Once you select your vessel and all, automatically the system will give you the entire details of master BL, and under master BL how many house BLs has been given or the CSN files has been done. You can get all the details. You can validate and generate your JSON and for SD for submission of CT Pacha manifest. You can also see your history, that how many times it has been generated and all, for import and export as well, both the cases. And later on, this is how the JSON files will come up with its look and all, and it goes straight to the IceGate portal. So you can be uploaded on portal, it can be sent through email, whatever the communication way. Both options are open and available, and this is the way your manifest can be filed, and you will get acknowledgement whether the file has been successful or if any error. Those all these things can be received as well. So this is the entire thing, and thank you for patiently watching this presentation, what we have and what we are offering for the trade and fraternity, this facility, and we will be enhancing furthermore, and we will try to implement new technologies to give you more kind of relaxation for using SCMT or unlimited data. Thank you. That's it to you.
Thank you, Abhishek. Sunil, we have a few questions. I see a few hands raised. May my team take them?
Yes, please, Justice, go ahead. In fact, that was the whole idea. We have this question and answer session also. So we would encourage our members to put up any questions, or if you have any doubts, please have them clarified now so that while they're there, they can help us with the answers. Thanks. Thanks for the presentation. And Justice, over to you. Thanks.
Thank you. So we have first Anushka with her question. I would request you to kindly unmute and ask your question, please. Go ahead, Anushka, please. You will have to unmute yourself.
We can't hear you as yet, Anushka. I think you will need to unmute.
Okay, we'll take, meanwhile, maybe she's having some connectivity problems. Biju Nambe-san, please go ahead with your question. Kindly unmute.
Yeah, hi, Zeresh. This question goes to Abhishek. Abhishek would like to know whether you have validated any CSNs, CIN files with the IceGate systems as of now, with respect to SCI, SCX, export and import, and whether you have.
Not yet. We are trying to get the details from our existing lines. Since you are also there, so we're trying to get, and we will start sending all the details very shortly.
Okay, so as of now, currently from the MMD system, there has been no CSN file that has been generated and tested with the ice gate systems, right?
Not yet. We have started. Earlier we sent few, but we haven't got any kind of response. But we have again initiated our testings with IceCat separately with few ANCs is there. So we are trying to do that. The
I think
results will be out.
if
We have
you can
already
interrupt here, Biju, if you all can also put in a word, it would help us for the testing part. We have been trying to approach customs for that. Am I right, Abhishek?
Yes.
Yes. So if you can also put in a word as CSLA, it would help us a great deal. It's because there'll be extensive testing required.
No, but customs portal is now available for testing. Their pre-prod is available. If you are sending files, you should be receiving acknowledgements or errors as the case could be.
Abhishek, please comment on this because I don't think we are receiving any acknowledgements.
No, we have not received any acknowledgement. We have sent a few earlier, but we have not received any kind of acknowledgements.
But
so
we
no,
will
again, we are trying to, we have already initiated a few more testings with our existing customers. So this is how the testings are also being started.
Okay.
We'll take it up, Biju. Thank you. We will again take it up. Thank you. Clarence, go ahead, please.
Yeah, hi, Justice. Hi.
How are you?
Hi, Abhishek. Yeah, so I think my question was probably on the similar to the previous thing, to what extent as an industry we have been successful in testing out all these message formats, given the various delays in making the production, pre-production environment ready, the changing formats of the messages. So just wanted to hear from you, to what extent you all have made any progress on that aspect.
So, Abhishek, you want to take that question?
Yeah.
Because apart from CSN, there is also the SDMs and the SDA, right? So
right.
those.
As I said, we are trying to get up with some of the ASAs and ACs to start the record accordingly, because we have to start from the scratch with the vessel details and all. So we are trying to get in touch with them and trying to get this implemented and start the testing ASAP basis.
Okay, thanks. So at least that sort of confirms my understanding of what was happening.
Yes. Now the application side level we are done through. We have done our internal testings and all whatever required. Now sending on the practical ground means sending the actual data to custom. That is what we're waiting for. So we want to see that how the server starts sending the response.
Proof of the pudding.
Yes.
Okay.
We'll work on it, Clarence. Thanks. We'll really work on the testing part of it. We'll push it harder. We may take your assistance whenever required.
Not a problem.
Yes.
Most welcome.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Thanks.
Mr. Rajesh Vishwanathan, please. Kindly unmute yourself. Go ahead, sir. I think
Rajesh, we can't hear you. I don't know if you can unmute yourself, or are you having some login issues?
Well, they can only unmute when, but I think he is now not raised his hand anymore. So could be by mistake or something like that. Yeah. So any other questions? We would be glad to answer it. And even afterwards, I mean, if there is anything, you all can always reach us through CSLA or whatever. Our contact details are with you, and we'll be glad to answer any more queries offline as well. But is there anything else anyone has? We'd be glad to answer. No. Okay, so I think Sunil, we have covered pretty much everything. Is there anything else we need to?
Sorry to disturb in between. Pradeep, I'm calling from Ocean Network Express. So we were having trouble in joining the meeting, many of the guys. At that moment, I'm not sure if we should have one dedicated number where these guys can call for any problem if they're facing.
Yeah, I
We do
think,
have our okay, sir, please.
yeah. No, so what we will do is, thank you. I don't know why there has been if there has been a difficulty in logging on, we can have one more session, and I will send a mail officially to Sunil to give you our helpline numbers, 24/7 helpline numbers and emails, addresses, which you all can then connect to us offline for any queries or anything that you may have. Is that okay?
Yeah, that is okay. The only thing is actually we were like most of the guys, they were joining through web only. They were not like installing the Teams.
Okay, okay.
So in that scenario, they were facing the issue.
Okay, okay, okay. Yeah, I guess Teams has its own what you call
You are right.
limitation.
They have tried in multiple browsers. Actually, instead of like Chrome, they have tried in Edge and Internet Explorer also.
No, actually, we had tried to do it. We had originally done Zoom, but I think we had a request from CSLA to do it on Teams. So we then gave the Teams our team account.
I got it. Since I'm the administrator, so I downloaded it and then only would able to join now.
Okay.
But the
So
other
we
guys,
can
they are
share,
still struggling.
yeah, we can share if you wish, Sunil. Do you want us to share the recording with you as well?
Yeah, better, sir, if you can share the link of the recording, that is better.
Yes,
Very good.
yes, Xerxes. I think that would help. You
Yeah.
can share the link with us, and you can share it with me if you like, and then I'll forward it to all
Yeah.
our member lines, and
So what?
then they could directly get in touch with you with whatever queries that they might have.
Yeah. So we will try. I'll try to also put it on YouTube and share the link. So then it is you can just put it across.
Yeah, would be great. Thank you so much.
Most welcome. Mr. Rajesh Venkatesh, please go ahead, sir. Kindly unmute and go ahead.
Yeah. Good afternoon. Am I audible?
Yes, very much.
Yes.
So.
Yes. I'm calling from Merck's line. Just first one question to Pradeep regarding as we is that the SCMT deadline is not going to be start from 1st of October, and yes, it's going to be delayed. Is there any set confirmation date wherein we get like, okay, this is a certain date, certainly this is a go live date? Because now what probably we are getting is like we are getting lot of queries from the customers by asking whether we are as a liner we are customers are going to go live on SCMT. So if do we have that certain date where it will be provided so that it will be easy for us to provide the same to the customers also?
Well, sir, actually, your guess is as good as mine. I think we have been having so many dates. It's been postponed by almost a year now, partly by this lockdown and pandemic as well. So we are hopeful that by 1st October, there will at least be a trial beta run for the next 3 months. But my personal best guess, and I could be wrong, could be 1st November.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Thanks. Thank you.
No problem, sir. Yeah. Anything else from anyone else? Any questions, please? Okay. So Sunil, I mean, thank you very much. We will, as discussed, I will send a mail to you shortly with our helpline numbers and everything so that your members can reach out to us for any doubts or difficulties they may have. And I will also send a recording either through YouTube or through the link so that they can again go through it and revert back to us with any questions or doubts they may have. I hope that's fine.
Yeah, sure, that should be fine. And thanks to you and your team for arranging this workshop. We'll now leave it to our teams to then get back to you on the helpline one, the one that you send us subsequently.
In case
Thanks
you
so much
want us
again,
to, yeah, no problem. In case you want us to make a second round, in case for those who had difficulty logging on, and if there's a sizable number, we'd be happy to do the same as well.
Sure, we'll let you know about that.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you, Xerxes.
Thank you, everyone. Stay safe, please, and good evening.
Yeah. Thanks
Thank you.
everyone for joining
Thank
as well.
Thank you, everyone.
All the best.
Thank
Take
you.
care. Stay safe. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello. हाँ जी बालाजी, कोई बात नहीं, मैं उनको बोल दिया. I was able to join just 5 minutes ago, so I told them that this is the issue we are struggling. So they said no problem, we will share the recording. They recorded it, they'll upload on the YouTube and they will share that recording. Yeah, अभी खत्म भी हो गया. अभी बस just now 1 minute ago. अब बताओ. हाँ जी. है ना, they will share the recording and they have asked the other gentleman if it's a sizable number na which were unable to join, so they can rearrange this session also.
No problem. समझ गया, no problem. मेरी जान रहे ना. अरे क्या चल रहा है? बस actually एक चीज मुझे पूछना था.
हाँ जी.
अभी आज
मैंने भी I tell you finally what I did, I downloaded the Teams, then it's